suspect!
Coming to get you, Bobber.
Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. We've got a little bit of an update for Welcome to Derry, which is the prequel to Andy Muschietti's It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2. Not much to give you, to be honest, but one of the heads of HBO Max, Sarah Aubrey, mentions to Variety a little bit more about what they're doing with the prequel to It. And it does sound interesting, but there are some things that I'm a little bit weary of. And that is one of the things she said, it's going to be a lot of demented scares in this prequel show. And as much as I do like scares, I don't like jump scares just for the sake of jump scares. I want a build up to these scares. So when they say demented scares, I do like some of the things that we see in both chapters with Andy Muschietti's It Chapter 1 and 2, where you do get jump scares, but it's a nice build up of those. Now Andy Muschietti is involved in the making of this prequel. I don't know if he's just going to be producer, if he'll maybe direct one of the scenes. I'm hearing that he'll direct the pilot episode, the first episode of this show. So it is promising, it does sound promising, but one thing I'm most wary of is the lack of Bill Skarsgård's involvement in this. Now, if Bill Skarsgård isn't involved in this at all, then I don't know how this is going to look. Are they going to even include Pennywise in the show itself in the lead up to the prequels? Because this is in the lead up to the movies. The prequel serves as this prequel leading up to the beginning of the kids in in It Chapter 1, which is the 1980s. This one's going to be set in the 60s. Now, I don't know if it's going to be set purely in the 60s or if it's going to lead from the 60s right up to the 80s. I've got a funny feeling it might do that depending on how successful the show is. But are we even going to get Pennywise? I know that we're going to get Pennywise apparently in human form at some point, and we're going to get the origin story, and this is what they mentioned, we're going to get the origin story of Pennywise. But does that mean we're going to get a different version of him so that they can remove Bill Skarsgård altogether? If Bill Skarsgård isn't on board, who knows? But I really do want Bill Skarsgård on board because he's what made It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2. Yes, the kids were fantastic in that, and the adult actors were really good in Chapter 2, but none of them are going to be in this because it is a prequel. The kids wouldn't have been born, so therefore the adults won't be there either. So you're taking away everything that we loved about the movies, apart from Bill Skarsgård, apart from Pennywise. So you need to have Bill Skarsgård on board in order to make this prequel not only work, but to make it successful. Because without him, we have nothing but demented scares, and that's just not going to cut it. I don't want to sound negative because it does sound really good, and if they can get Bill Skarsgård on board, I think it's going to be fantastic. And calling it Welcome to Derry is great as well, because I love shows that call a show based on a movie something else, like Crystal Lake that's coming out with Friday the 13th. That's fantastic. And the same with this. Don't call it It, call it Welcome to Derry. And your audiences, if they love It and if they love Stephen King, they'll know what it's about. If they haven't seen the trailers or whatever, they'll know what it's about. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm optimistic. I'm nervously optimistic about it. And until Bill Skarsgård signs on the dotted line, I will be nervously optimistic until that day. And if we find out that he does sign on to play Pennywise, then it's going to be one of the most anticipated shows of all time for me, because I absolutely love It Chapter 1. I think It Chapter 2 was really good. And I also love the miniseries from 1990 as well. So Pennywise holds a special place in my heart, because I grew up loving Pennywise as a kid, and I obviously loved the movies when they came out as an adult. So I'm really looking forward to Welcome to Derry. I'm just hoping and praying that we get Bill Skarsgård on board, and then I'll be absolutely excited for it. So what are your thoughts, guys? Are you excited for Welcome to Derry? And most importantly, do you think Bill Skarsgård will be on board eventually? Leave your comments down below, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.